So that can be a difficult situation. The best thing is to preach avoidance as much as possible,
Yes.
if possible.
I work with teenagers as well. A lot of them are behind bars.
Yeah.
And I work with them, and a lot of them are only 17 years old with their second baby on the way. And I mean, it's just scary. And today this show means so much to me because I want you to get the word out there that, you know, teen pregnancy, I just say, don't do it. Don't do it. Just say no.
Well, as you know, Oprah says, people will change based on how they feel, not what they know.
Exactly.
So my message to teenagers is to increase their self-esteem, their self-worth,
I do workshops
to try
on
to
the very
dream of
same
what you
thing.
want to be 10 years from now.
Right.
And to respect your body and yourself. Because if you respect your body and yourself, then others would. You
get what you give, don't you?
Well, I mean, I always say, you know, have a good, healthy self-esteem. You're a wonderful person. You're, you know, an image made in the image of God. You're a temple. Respect.
It doesn't matter if you're 100 or 500 pounds.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're still
respect yourself.
Exactly.
Love
respect
yourself.
What you have.
You're a wonderful, created human being.
Yes.
And you should respect that.
Right.
And when you respect that, then you would not let your body be subjected to certain things.
But there's a lot of teenagers today who feel all they have to offer is what they have between their legs.
Well,
and I'm being open and frank with you, just like I do with the girls.
Yeah, to those I say, look around you, look on TV, look at all those wonderful women that you might one day want to be. You know,
but they say, oh, that can't be me.
Well,
that's what they say. That can't be me.
Yes.
But it can. You can be anything.
Absolutely. You're in the United States of America. You
That's
can do anything
right.
you want to do.
You can do anything and be anything you want to be, but you must have self-esteem.
Absolutely.
And self-esteem, and I know you're agreeing with me, without self-esteem, you are nothing.
Well,
I really believe that. Self-worth, self-esteem,
Exactly.
And I always tell the girl, our brains only see what our heart wants to feel.
That's right.
You're not thinking. And that's my motto, and each time I do a class, because
good for you.
We've got to save the young girls. We really, really do.
Good
and I have a niece of my own, well, she's my youngest niece, and she dropped out of school, and she was pregnant. I won't mention her name because today so much has happened, but I made sure that girl went back to high school. She graduated head of her class. I put her in computer school, graduated, and now she's got a fabulous job working in a fast-moving doctor's office.
Well, parenting is hard work, and it's better if it's a teamwork, whatever the team, and if you have enough support around you.
Well, she was a very special baby because my own sister, the one that's here with me today, she brought her and herself to live with me when the baby was about a week old. So I took this little girl and I made sure she was going to be powerful, she was going to be strong.
Good for you.
And she was going to be anything she wanted to be. And I'm so proud of her today. And she has an 8-year-old little girl, Keely. And that little girl, she just won an award for school with the Washington School of Art, #1 photo picture that she drew in 2nd grade.
Good for you.
And it just, you can see it lights me up because I do this with kids. I didn't have anybody to do that with me. And that's what you're doing on this show today. That's why I wanted you. You tell the good and the bad side. Because like we were talking on the phone, if you're older, it can affect your heart. You could die if you had a baby at an older age. Right or wrong, doctor?
Well, pregnancy is certainly a high-risk event.
Yes.
I wouldn't downplay it by any means. So you have to be prepared.
You have to be prepared.
Emotionally, physically.
Because I had a son, my son died, and when he was born, I was 6 weeks late. Nobody wants to believe this story. He came out of me weighing 11 pounds and 6 ounces, 24 inches long, and he was holding up his head. The doctors in the room were amazed. It was a military delivery in Paris. And when that child came out, the room was full of doctors. They had cameras. And this baby comes out as big as Superman, only a smaller child. And he got killed. But I'm just saying, he was so strong. And I walked out of the hospital weighing 85 pounds. I only gained 11 pounds with that baby. Wow. I walked out weighing 85 pounds. But he was the light of my life. So I'm just saying, I had a good relationship, but I would recommend not getting pregnant if you're not married. I'm sorry.
I would definitely advise.
You agree with me?
I agree on that.
Give me your hand on that, shake that, because it's so hard when you're by yourself.
It is hard. It is hard.
Because my niece is Rosemary, I hope I can say that for her. But if she didn't have me or her mother, I don't know how she would have got through it. But now I got a great relationship, and we have a new baby. Her name is Lydia, and she's 3 months old.
Very good.
And a nice home, everything.
Very good.
But you've got to care. You've got to see someone who needs whatever you can give them. And it's got to be your parents, I think. I really do. Agree with me or disagree, please. This is the in and out show
yes,
today.
You
it
know,
doesn't have to be your parents.
Some people are not fortunate to have parents around. I think you're blessed if you have at least one figure in your life who encourages you and sees the positive.
Right.
That's what most kids need.
Well, that person for me growing up was God. Because after every beating from my mother, I would go to church. The church was about a half a block from my house, and I'd go in that church and I would sit and pray, because that was my best friend, and I knew he wouldn't let my mother back in to hurt me again. So God has seen me through so many, many things.
Wow.
But I've come a long way, and I've learned so much. But I wanted to do this because I don't want to see any babies hurt. I see so many things on, say, the Maury show or somebody, who's my baby's daddy? And you see young girls who have 4, 5, and 6 kids, you know? You don't pop them out like you're on a streetcar. It's dangerous, okay?
Right,
it's dangerous.
Right. But going back to the ones who want to get pregnant,
yes,
I think if you're at that stage in your life where you need to, give a good thought to it.
Even if you're 25 or 30, give it a good thought.
Well, we certainly know that by age 35, your fertility potential has already started to go down.
So your time clock is ticking really bad.
I hate to use that time clock,
Okay.
the term time clock, because then a lot of women might feel desperate.
Oh, you want right out today, huh?
Right. But I certainly encourage them to think about it if it's something that they would like to consider, along with whatever else is going on in their lives.
And you've also got to think how you're going to take care of that baby, how you're going to have a daycare provider, how you're going to buy the clothes.
It's a lot of things to think about.
Buy the food, keep a roof over that baby's head. All of those things have to come in. I never thought about that back at 15 years old. I didn't. I was wrong for what I did, okay, but it was something that happened and I lost that baby. But I can tell you after that, nothing else happened to me like that. But it's an awful way to learn a lesson.
Yes.
Lessons are hard to learn. I've always thought that.
Well, you try to examine your life and try to do better, go forward, and just try to be a better person.
How many patients do you have, let's see, I don't want to put this just right, that you have impregnated with the eggs? How many of them have successfully become pregnant?
It depends on across the age group, but I would say a good 40 to 50% of them.
40 to 50%?
Yes.
And I trust you.
Thank you.
I can see in your eyes, you're a good person. You've got a shining spirit.
Thank you.
And I've met other fertility doctors, I'm not going to mention any names, but they made me feel like they were just out there to get this woman pregnant, and that was it. But you're there not only to do that, but you're there to also help them along the way.
Well, I come from a background where...
Tell me about your background. You seem so happy.
I'm originally from Nigeria.
I knew that
I've been in the U.S. for a while. But a lot of my patients who have cultural backgrounds where having a child is very, very important.
Why is that?
It's a cultural issue for them. And when they don't, they are almost stigmatized. And it's emotionally traumatic for them.
Like I'm nothing, I can't get pregnant, so what else can I do?
Precisely.
Right, yeah.
So a lot of times talking to those women, encouraging them and showing them that they have options can just lift up their spirits, and they know that they have options. This is the most important thing, that they can go through certain treatments that will help them.
Right. And you've been doing this for how many years?
I've been in private practice now for the past 10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
Because when you told me your age, you didn't tell me your real age, and I don't want to know. But you are, your spirit inside comes out in you.
Thank you.
You're a very beautiful lady.
Thank you very much.
And I can tell you're a good person by your eyes.
Thank you.
I read eyes all the time.
Oh, good for you.
How's your husband? What kind of work does he do?
He's a business person. He's in real estate development.
Real estate development? Oh,
but he's also in international business as well.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
And children, you told me?
Yes.
I don't need to know how old, but boys, girls, or what?
Girls. I have 3 wonderful girls.
3 girls?
Yes.
Oh, I bet they listen to you, don't they?
We have a good relationship. I'm blessed.
Do you? That's very blessed to be able to get along with your children.
Yes.
When you can sit down and talk to your child, a son or daughter, like a friend, that's good.
Well, you know, you try to, you don't want to, you're not their best friend, but,
Right, but you know,
want to have a good rapport with them.
You want to have a good rapport with them,
Yes.
yeah, because that has a lot to do with the streets they walk and the turns they make.
Exactly.
You've got to have someone to turn to.
Exactly.
I tell you, I didn't sleep much last night because this show is so important to me. Because I see so many girls who are behind bars, who are pregnant, not with baby number 1, but could be 3 or 4, and how they've got nowhere to go when they get out. What would you say in some powerful word to young girls who are watching this show today?
That is a tough one.
I know, but you can do it.
You have to find channels that are supportive. And for most people, that may be their church, for instance.
My church.
Find a supportive group that can help you, that can bolster your ego, not ego, your self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
And let you know that you're not alone.
So good to know that you're not by yourself. You know that?
Yes.
It's really, really, really good to know that. And you know, our time is up already.
Oh, okay.
We've had 30 minutes, and it has been one heck of a 30 minutes, I can tell you. I've almost cried. It's been wonderful, and I swear, I think you're great.
Thank you very much.
And I really think you're helping the population, and you're helping the young girls.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. A pleasure.
I hope you'll come back again one day.
I sure will.
I want to thank all of you for watching. Listen to the show tonight. Really listen to it. Take from me what I just said. I didn't have any help, and I had a very hard time. But you know how to contact me. Thanks. Until next time.